Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and game 1 in a series between Fanta versus Infi. Fanta spawning as the red undead on the top right hand side of the map, meanwhile Infi choosing random and getting human. Alright, so this is going to be a very difficult matchup for Fanta, as Infi does get a race that he knows extremely well in this human versus undead matchup. On the bottom left-hand side, we can see Infi opening up with an altar of kings, barracks, and a farm. Pretty standard opening play, nothing too out of the ordinary. Meanwhile, on the top right, it looks like we are going to be going for ghouls, as there is no delay in the altar of darkness and no graveyard as of yet. Now, what are we going to be seeing in terms of strategies from these players? Well, only time can tell, as the Tomb of Relics being placed down relatively early. It's going to be up for quite some time before the Altar of Darkness and the Death Knight is even ready. A little bit curious about that, but then again, Acolytes can summon a building and then move along their merry way. Ghouls already being trained up as well, as we are now looking to see what Archmage or human hero, and it will be the Archmage. Now, undead versus human matchups, the matchup really goes in favor of whether or not the human player can set up that early expansion. We are going to be looking at a ghoul making its way down, doing a bit of scouting and figuring out what strategy. Unfortunately for him, Infi is going to be playing human, and that is a race that he knows extremely well. As the ghoul sees this, he spots the footman, and at least he knows what strategy and what his opponent's hero is. That's one of the situations for a player whenever you're going up against a random, you don't quite know what build to go. Also, probably a conversation of how lucky can you get human versus undead, perhaps a matchup that he is very good with. As you can already see, the Archmage using that lightning shield pretty effectively to get some damage onto that rogue. Alright, Renegade Wizard already taken down, Archmage now backing off, now gonna perhaps go after these units over here, and now pick up some extra units. Alright, Rogue will get taken down. Archmage is almost level 2 already, as he picks up the Claws of Attack +6 and the Tome of Agility. Alright, if it sounds like I'm neglecting my daughter in the background, I am not. She just is being taken care of by my wife instead. I promise you, she is 100% okay. Archmage now currently coming in with the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength and Claws of Attack +6. Very nice item, extra damage, extra hit points, as we now see the Death Knight being forced to go ahead and just try and catch up this entire creep war. Alright, Death Knight is sitting at level 2, does quickly grab Unholy Aura, meaning that the ghouls will in fact regenerate hit points off of Blight with that additional 50% hit point regeneration. Meanwhile, down over here, Archmage is going up, kills a bunch of units down over here, and may be very close to, oh yes, does hit level 3, and with a very fast level 3, leaving behind a Potion of Greater Healing. Alright, I was gonna say that would have been a tragic mistake, as we're already looking at the expansion coming in. Scout Tower, primarily the first building that you want to see set up. Skeletal Minion taken down there, no scouting has been done. Water Elemental is getting in some easy damage onto a Death Knight, as a large number of ghouls now flooding their way down to try and put pressure on this expansion here. Now, the problem is going to be whether or not the Death Knight can actually get a serious number of kills. There are a lot of footmen, and the minions are really trying to take down some of these peasants. We need to see a lot more peasants taken down, and if the Death Knight can get this will be a very big deal. The peasant down to 5 hit points. Looks like it will be able to escape. There goes another peasant there and a ghoul. And so far, assessing the situation, it really looks like the human player has just more footmen. Infi is in a much better spot, and you can see the sheer amount of damage all of those militia are bringing over. Let's take a look at the supply count. You're now sitting at 22/30 compared to 34/36. This is not looking good whatsoever. Alright, Death Knight accidentally gets a ghoul ensnared here, and that is going to be a free gift all wrapped up for that Archmage. The Archmage should take down that ghoul with absolutely no problem whatsoever. There it goes, as we now see him going after, well, no, leaving behind the rest of the units. Footmen are ready to make another strong charge. Archmage with a potion of greater healing can easily lead a charge inside the base here, as we see a death coil land on that low hit point ghoul. One Nerubian tower, no spirit tower, and we're sitting at 24 over 30 supply. Way too many units were lost in those earlier engagements, as a skeletal minion is just giving free experience to his opponent. Alright, Archmage still has a good amount of mana, which means another water elemental should be dropped in a moment's notice. You can see the ghouls are trying to run back, but the positioning on this crypt and the fact that the Halls of the Dead was not upgraded yet leads to the very early GG. And this just goes to show you how much stronger that particular opening is. Undead unable to stop the human player whatsoever, and the units killed, the militia trying to attack, things all did not work out at all. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.